But more than Dr. Suh, of course, we have our Mother Moon. This is True Mother, and she spoke at a special banquet to the Hyojong Character Education Materials Committee, who wrote the books, and she had many things to say to us. Very beautiful words. I don't want to spend too long on them. There's very powerful to understand the purpose of this program. But she wants this to be different from other character education programs. Other character education programs talk about virtues and behaviors, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, the way you should, kindness or courage or those things. But this character education is very different, okay? And one point about this program, so we have a Heavenly Parent, right? We have Heavenly Parent. God made us in His image. Did God make us in His image? The answer is, God made us in God's image, both male and female. Not just male, not just a him. But English kind of has a problem. We can't say his, her. We could say his, her, yeah, anyway. God made us as man and woman. And so we have father and mother. We have father and mother as our parents. And Mother says that it's very important. The role of the mother is very important in raising up our children. Okay? And that has to do with you. Don't forget this. It has to do with you here. Don't forget this. Okay? All right. So I'll go on. This is Dr. Jin Song-bae, my boss, who was given the task to write this character education program. Our mother came to start this foundation where I work. Dr. Jin is a philosopher. He's the head of the Unification Thought Institute. And so he's founded, philosophy this is a philosophy. Unification thought is not a theology. We're teaching a way of life. But philosophy also talks about God. Don't forget that either. Don't forget that we're also teaching about God. But we're doing it in a way that many people, everybody can understand if we are sensitive, okay, to their needs. These are the textbooks we have in Korean and English, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Mother says, for all the young people of the world to know a Heavenly Parent and true parents. This is her guidance to us, her desire. Not just Unification Church members, but all people. And we have 3 levels. We have, that me?
I think that's yours.
Okay. We have preteens, teens, and young adults. We're going to be focusing a little on this first level of teens. Main topics are conscience, hyojong, and as you heard from Dr. Suk, love heaven, love people, and love country. Those are we call it the 3 loves. Okay. So does anybody know what this rock is? Has anybody seen this before?
Yeah.
Where is it? Do you know?
Sunmoon University.
Where?
Sunmoon University.
No, not Sun Moon. It's in Seoul. Do you know? This is in Seoul. This is the Little Angels School. Do you know? Anybody know what this says?
Yes.
What does it say?
이천인 이국.
It says Echon Egin Eguk. Love heaven, love people, and love country. Okay? This is very important. This is in front. This is the calligraphy that our father gave to all of the educational organizations in our movement. It's a very important foundation. Okay? And that book that I showed you, that one book, we're focusing on loving heaven. That's our focus. Learning to love heaven first. So how do you do that? Big question. That's a big question. How do I love heaven? Not easy. Not easy at all. But this program gives you a way to find out what that really means to you. Not to me, but to you and to God. Okay? You and God. Okay? You are God's daughter. You are God's son. Each of you has a special relationship with Heavenly Parent. Okay? And so you are a special person, and you are unique, and you are responsible only to Heavenly Parent. First to Heavenly Parent. Okay? So you will grow during this program. You will grow. Okay? Okay, these are the contents I'm going to talk about today. Conscience, character, and hyojong. Echon, ein, and guk. And this is actually the first lecture, and I have to go through 2 lectures in just today. 2 units in just today. And so I had to go speedy. Okay? So please understand, this is not, you're not getting everything, just little pieces. Okay? So I'm going to tell you a story about this, Sarah and Billy. This is a true story in Kansas City, United States, 15 years ago. Sarah was walking down the street and saw Billy, a homeless man, and she put some money into his cup. And guess what happened? Accidentally, she put her engagement ring into his cup. Oh no. So Billy, later on he found that. Whoa. So guess where he went? Pawn shop. Now, how much is that worth? $4,000. That's an idea. What should I do? What should I do? He had to think about it. All of us have a conscience, right? And even that homeless man had a conscience. Wow. Somehow he had to think about it. So, after he thought about it, he said, well, that lady, she gave me that money. She cared enough to give me some money. I can't really take her ring. That wouldn't be right. So he put the ring back in his pocket and went home, or went to the street, wherever he lives, wherever he slept on the street. We don't know. And the next day, Sarah came back. She found him, and of course, he gave the ring back to her. It's a true story. And so what happened? So Billy had a chance to change his life at this very moment. He followed his conscience, right? He chose the correct way. His conscience told me not to take the ring. Not easy. Not easy. But he made that decision. And guess what Sarah did? Sarah was so moved that she started a GoFundMe for him. and she earned $190,000 for him. He had a chance to change his life around. Instead of following his desire or even his own need, he didn't even follow his own need. He followed his conscience. So this takes some effort. Wow, very, very strong. That homeless man was a very strong man. Somewhere he learned about his conscience. Someone taught him. Someone was a good guide for him, whether it was his parents or his school, his martial arts class, when he was younger. Who knows who taught him? Somehow he knew what to do, right? Now in Korea, we can leave our cell phone in the bathroom in the subway in Seoul, and it's still there. Or it's at the lost and found. You can do that here in Korea, but not most countries. You cannot do that. So Korean people have a high level of conscience. They're taught from early on. And in Japan too, they have that too. I remember that. So we are learning about, as you know, we're studying about conscience today and what good character is. So let's look at what is a good character. Character defines the essence of a person, includes personal values, behaviors, and actions. To have a good family, you need to have a good character. You want a good family? Have you decided that? Have you thought about that?
Yes.
In the same way, a peaceful, happy society or country must be composed of people of good character. That's why many of us look to Korea, because we see good character coming from Korea. So I'll go through these next 4 slides quickly. What aspects might a person of good character have? Consistency and stability. You can't practice 통일무도 Do once a week or once a month. I mean, you need to practice, stay in shape, discipline yourself regularly, right? To play the piano, you need to do it regularly. Consistency and stability is important to discipline in values and morals, in mood, your mood even, your emotions. Morality, this is Sarah and Billy. They fulfilled their duties of their conscience. Responsibility, very important. To make wise choices and have virtuous conduct, we need to be responsible as we grow up. As children, we rely on our parents, but as we grow up, we become more responsible for our decisions and our actions, our thoughts and what we do. Harmony, unity and balance of mind and heart. We need to have a harmony between our mind and body, our intellect, our heart, our desire for beauty and goodness. Next, what is the conscience? This is the essence of Hyojung character education, is the conscience. Okay? The conscience is an inner parent, trusted teacher or guide. It helps us find direction. Which way should I go? What should I do? When we face challenges in our lives, we need to learn to ask our conscience. God, our Heavenly Parent, our Creator, gave us our conscience as part of our inner as who we are. We say God is our conscience is our the closest thing we have to our Heavenly Parent. So if you want to talk to God, talk to your conscience. But you have to develop your conscience, okay? You have to educate, you have to study. Study, what do you study? What kind of things do you study to improve your conscience, to sharpen your conscience? To sharpen 통일무도 as skills, you need to sit in front of the TV and eat popcorn. Is that how you improve your 통일무도? No, right? There's certain things you do to improve your conscience. Things that help you, educate you correctly. Okay? Your conscience can be misguided. Okay? You have to follow correctly. Okay? You have to learn and study. Okay. It's with us our whole life. And if we listen to it, it's constant wise voice. We will act with integrity and good character. And we will have our students following us so well. So I'm looking for teachers. I'm looking for young people who can, teachers like who will teach in 통일무도, right? Who will teach about character. I'm looking for good people. Let me know. Okay, so what is hyojong? Perhaps you've heard about hyojong. Okay. Hyojong is hyo plus jong. What is hyo? Okay, it has two root Chinese concepts. Hyo describes love and devotion, duty towards our parents. Okay? And jong is a heart of love. Okay? But our mother put these two together. So when I talked about hyojong to a Korean person, she was so amazed. She was so happy because she got stuck in hyo. She says, we're stuck in hyo. She's an older lady. Our country is stuck with hyo. So there's no flow. There's no flow. There's no jong, not enough jong. So hyojong, when she heard about that, she was so excited. And she was free. She became free in her heart. Okay. So how do we express hyojong? One way is through respect to our parents, and our elders, and to our youngers too. We give hyojong to our youngers as well. We love our children with a care and love. We give each other, our friends, our country, our environment. We treat it with hyojong. You can think about it. How does God love this nature? How does God want to take care of, use me to take care of my environment? And this is, you know who these people are. They are trying to teach us about all of these things. And if you want to learn more about them, you can study and read their autobiographies. And I'm already supposed to be halfway through this presentation today. So now we're going to love. Oh, sorry. Can you go to? Yeah, this is. You can see this here. This is actually part of the program, but I don't have time. See all of this? A very important part. It was very important. Okay? All right. So I cut those out of the English because I knew I wasn't going to get there. It's 1 hour, you know. So one of those slides shows two sons and a father. And the father is like, he has some wisdom about the world. He has some knowledge and understanding. He's lived on earth longer, right? And with hyo, it's down, hyo. You must obey. You must obey. that's the part, that's good, that's good, that's good. But we need the jong. Okay, so Hyojong allows the younger and the elders to work more together. So you younger people know about technology and stuff like that that we don't know, right? But you can work with Hyojong, you can work together with your elders. Nicely, nicely. Ground, okay. So here we have love for God, love for people, and love for our country. So we're going to go through these kind of quickly, but these are really essential to our understanding of our responsibility to God. Love God. How do we love God? Have you ever thought about that? Masters? Homegrown masters? Have you not easy to love God? I mean, we don't know how to, we wonder how to do that. We have to search that. But you know what? You can search somewhere. And God gave you that. How do I love my God?
I think first I have to love.
Huh?
I think I have to first learn about the first I have to receive God's love. What I have to know what's God's love. I think I have to learn first about this.
You need to
So
study.
first to receive God's love, and then I think automatically my heart gonna grow, and after I can automatically can love God. I think this is God's creation. So I have to first. I want to love God, but first I have to receive God. Receive love from God. I have to know what is God's love.
That's right. That's right. A baby receives, right? They can't do anything but just receive, receive, receive. But as you get older, if you're taught life, love, if you're given love and you learn the heart of gratitude, then you start recognizing that God is loving me, that I received this love, and I want to give back. Little by little, I want to grow, and I want to take care of my children, my love, my little sombes, and my whatever, what you call those, the little, anyway. But, so what is the essence of that? What is the essence of it? The essence of loving God is loving our conscience. Your conscience comes from the goodness within you. Your conscience won't tell you the bad things. Your conscience will guide you correctly. Okay, if it's your conscience, if it's something not, if it's not your conscience, if it's not good, it's not your conscience. Okay. Nobody gave this to you but God. You were born with it. Just like you have lungs and muscles and a brain, you have the conscience. If you don't exercise your muscles, you become weak. If you don't study, your brain doesn't work very well as you get older. In the same way, if you do not listen to and exercise your conscience, it becomes weaker and weaker. That's why there are different standards in the world. That's where there's so many types of people in the world. According to their conscience, what they understand to be true. How can people be killing those people? How can that be happening? Their standard of conscience is different from my standard of conscience. Religions have a different standard of conscience. You have a communist conscience, you have a Muslim conscience, you have a Christian conscience, you have a unificationist conscience, you have a Japanese conscience, you have all kinds of consciences. So we need to know what is the pure standard from heaven. And that's why we need to learn about loving heaven. We need to love heaven in a way of hyo, in a way to love. So loving heaven is an upward motion. It's going up. Like hyo is going up. Loving heaven is going up. Okay? It's not necessarily receiving love. We need to receive love. But we want to give back. So that's the idea of loving going up. The Chinese know that ichon. Ichon is, there's a Chinese word for that, okay? It's not a horizontal thing, okay? We know the horizontal thing in the West very well, but we also need to know this one, because it's just me and God. Me and God. That's a very powerful thing to know that it's me and God, okay? I'm very important to Heavenly Parent. I'm Heavenly Parent's child, son or daughter. Okay, and, sorry. So here we go. The Russian author Dostoevsky said, if you wish to win over the whole world, you must win over yourself. So he's talking about dominating body desires. Desire for food, sleep, sex. So you control self-centered desires. But know that it's a constant battle. It's a constant fight between the mind and the body. Now you can you can fight the body, or you can strengthen the mind, or you can do both. Okay? So this will, something like meditation to help you over your mind, overcome desires, or you can challenge your body. Do 통일무도, right? It's a long history. All of history has been like that. Okay, there's a lot more to talk about here, but I have to go on. All right, this is how you might describe loving God. It's hard to find pictures. You know what this picture is from? It's Islamic picture. We found Asia and Islam. Okay, that's in Turkey, I think. We don't do that in the West so much, in my country. But just the visual looking, we have to find a picture that shows how do we love our parent? How do we love God? Okay. So, much to say. Then I have so little time. Okay, I have to move over to this next step, loving people. So how do we love people? Anybody have an idea how to love people? What's the first step in loving people? First step in loving people. Understanding is important, it's very important.
Love myself first.
Huh?
Love myself first.
I don't hear you, sorry.
Love myself first.
And how do you love yourself?
That's
right. That's you're a person, right?
Yeah.
Your foundation of loving yourself, loving people, is loving God. Okay? You have that foundation of loving God. That's what that's the first thing. And then you loving people, loving yourself, and understanding them is the next step. So as a teacher, a 통일무도 teacher, you seek to understand your students through your own self-love, your own understanding of who you are. There's a lot to say, so much to say. You could spend days and days on this one lecture, one slide, half of a lecture, 3 slides. You can spend one whole day on it, okay? Because there's so much content. Okay, but I have to go very quickly. I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. Okay. What's most important in life? Power? Money? Knowledge? No, we all know the answer. Of course we know that love is the most precious. We know the answer here. Okay, we have to do it here. Okay. So I just have to skip over things quickly. You might experience this in your family, in a small town, or in your church, this loving people. In Korea we have Hongi Gingang, loving, live and work for the benefit of all humankind. That's an ancient teaching. That's another. That lecture can go on for hours and hours. That one, and then loving country. Eguk. Patriotism means that you love your country and are willing to defend it. You can do that every day, in your own way, in your own heart, your words, your deeds. You love your country, but you also love other countries. Through loving my spouse, I can love all people, all men, all brothers, as my brothers. Okay? Through loving my family, I can love all families. Through loving my country, I love all countries the same way. Okay? And also I love my environment, take care of my environment. And Mother Moon says, the earth which should protect the future of humanity is suffering. Our mother is suffering. Our mother, who we came from, who we got our bodies from. Our bodies. We need to take care of our bodies in 통일무도, right? So that we can do well, right? But she's suffering. We need to restore the beautiful earth that was created by our Creator God to its original state as soon as possible. Okay, so I have another lecture to do in 10 minutes or something. 20 minutes? I have 20 minutes, okay. Okay, here we go.
Good job.
Okay, one thing I want to tell you is that we have concept lessons. These are called concept lessons. They come from the book. The book is more for self-reflection, for studying, for educating myself. Okay? That's where the concepts come from, and we also have story lessons. So what we call the concepts are like the bones, and the stories are like the flesh. And young people need stories. We need to talk about what we're learning. We need to look and visually think about a situation. We talk about it, and we can talk to each other and start to understand each other and understand ourselves and understand the concepts. Okay? We need both. We also have the workbook. We have a teacher guide. So for this level, we have a lot. We're developing more materials for the other levels. Yeah. Okay. So this is called Conscience, our inner parent. Remember, we're still on this one book that's focusing on loving God. And we spend the most time on conscience and the individual in this first book. We'll look at the contradiction of having two minds within ourselves, the good and the bad. And we'll study various ways to address this contradiction. So we need to know what is true and what is ideal, but we also need to know the reality. Okay? So we look at training our mind and body, approaches to character based on conscience, and mindfulness, our heart and thinking mind. This is very deep stuff. Remember, Dr. Jin is a philosopher. Dr. Jin Songbae. Remember who he is. When Mother gave him the direction to teach, to make this program, Dr. Sok came over to him and he said, you can have all my materials. You can use whatever I have. So, gave it up. Why did Mother say that? So, Dr. Suk's materials were started in where they started. You know where they started? In communist Russia and China. Okay? Can they talk about God in those countries? So, we direction was to teach about God and heavenly parent and true parents. So that's our mission in this Hyojong character education, our mission. But how do you do that? By teaching about the conscience. So we can go to China and Russia and teach about the conscience, and little by little, people will start learning about God. We don't have to push it. We don't have to make people believe in a God. We need to convince them that they have a conscience, an invisible conscience. Do you see love? You don't see love, right? You have a conscience that's invisible, you don't see it. And it's easy to pretend like it's not there, right? When you grow up, it's easy to, well, my parents aren't watching, I can do this. But remember that you have an inner parent, okay? All right. Okay, this is going to be short. I cut out a lot of slides, okay? And this is in your area. You want to train your body, right? And now you also, the power of martial arts is you also train your mind. But this will give you more power, okay? Okay, Mahatma Gandhi said, I have only 3 enemies. My favorite enemy, my husband's British. His favorite enemy was the British Empire, okay? Mahatma Gandhi's favorite. His second enemy, the Indian people, is far more difficult. But my most formidable opponent is a man named Mohandas K. Gandhi. So who's his opponent? Himself. Okay. That's what we gotta do. Not just 통일무도, not just you guys, I have to do it too. But somebody's trying to get me to do Il Moo Do somewhere. Where is she? There she is. Okay. So, she's anyway, yeah, I need to train my body more. Okay. All right. So, Reverend Moon said, before you seek to master the universe, you must master yourself. Okay? So you become a master. Your masters are masters because they've mastered themselves. I believe that. I believe that. But we can learn still then. Yeah. Okay, so you must master your own mind. So what are the 2 minds? What are the 2 minds? One mind is more public, and one mind is more private, personal, self. And that self has the danger. Now we have a bodies and we need to take care of them. It's absolutely necessary, but it has a tendency to go in the wrong direction sometimes. Okay? So even our mind can go in the wrong direction if it's studying the wrong things, okay? If it's looking at the wrong kind of information, it can go in the wrong direction too. Our bodies and our mind need to be trained, both of them. Yeah. Okay. So we need to direct our body to move according to the needs of our family and community rather than focusing on our own desires, okay? We have needs, we must take care of our needs. That's our responsibility. We also, in order to grow, we can help others, direct our body. If your heart is leading you to serve others instead of being occupied by your own needs, you're following your conscience. Okay? Now that's not an absolute. It's not an absolute, but it's you have to watch yourself all the time. You watch your motivations and think about things well. Listening to our conscience is key. So why do we say we have two minds? One is because we have a free will, okay? We're not created as robots.